Namaste. At InVasthu, we welcome you and also rejoice the occasion of Holi, the festival of colors and joy. At the same time, we also plan to give you certain remedies in which via Vastu you will be having all the positivity, the color and joy what this festival is remains with you forever. Before that, I would also like you to understand that it's during Purnima, full moon of this term always, there is one or the other major event that has always occurred. Most of us know that during Holi it was Holka Narsimha Prahlad, wherein whole caste and Holi is celebrated. It sort of signified the victory of good over evil. But it's not the first time that this has ever happened. Earlier, Maa Sati, she went into Agni and decided to give herself away based on the fact that she and her husband Lord Shiva, the ultimate power, was insulted. Post that, Lord Shiva also decided to go in severe penance, gave up on all good things in life, and based on that, entire world was in deep trauma. Nothing positive was actually happening. In some time, as we all know, Sati Ma took rebirth in the form and in the name of Maa Parvati. Maa Parvati performed severe penance, also requested Kamdev to do something wherein Lord Shiva would again fall in love and she would marry Lord Shiva. Kamdev knew that he had to basically shoot an arrow onto Lord Shiva and this would have an effect. At the same time, he also knew Lord Shiva would be furious for moving him out of his penance, his tapasya. Still, for the virtue, for the good cause that everyone should be happy, Kamdev performed his duty. Lord Shiva was hit by the arrow. Shiva did come out of his penance but was very furious and turned Kamdev into ash. But whatever happens, as I said, at the end of it, we all know Mahashivratri has occurred. Lord Shiva did marry Maa Parvati because the seed was there of love. On the day of, I can say again, Purnima, just post Mahashivratri, Marati, who is the wife, better half of Kamdev, requested Lord Shiva ki all this was done for a good cause, for a good deed. Even Lord Vishnu said that this was all arranged by gods for a greater good, which did happen, and Lord Shiva ultimately was happy and blessed and brought Kamdev back to life. This was again during the day of Holi. This is way behind. Now I would also like to talk about Mahabharata, which all of us do know. During Mahabharata, prior to the event, Putna, she was summoned by Kans to basically kill baby Krishna, Laddu Gopal. What happened was she was supposed to feed milk to Lord Krishna, which was basically poison given out of Maa Putna itself. Her energy was poison and Lord Krishna had the energy to soak everything in. He did take in all the poison. From fair he turned into a dark complexioned kid, baby, and drained away the entire energy of Maa Putna, and her life too ended on the same day. This also happened during Falgun Purnima. But Lord Krishna, because of his color complexion change, he had this thing in him ki why is it that I am dark but Radha, whom I adore, whom I really love, is very fair. Then he would always complain this to his mother, and Ma Yashoda said the color has no love. You can take any color you like, sprinkle it on to Radha. If there is true love, she will fall for you. Lord Krishna would always love the color of rose, and he took gulal, is what it's called. That color was then showered upon Radha, where he expressed his love in this format. And Radha always saw the virtue, the good in Krishna, and they fell in love. That pure love and this color basically, I can say, was the birth of the festival of color, Holi. In this, what do you think we understand? We are ordinary humans. We expect result Like we've done good, we need to receive good. It takes time. When gods themselves have had to go through pain, they have received results. They also went through pain for what? It's for us to understand that we need to carry on with our good deeds, and only then it'll take time, but we too will receive positivity. This festival, if you carefully notice, one day prior is fire, Holka, wherein bonfire is lit. During that season, whatever festival you're celebrating, sweets, you do put it into fire. Next day you play with water, hot, cold. It also signifies the climate change, winter, summer. What nature is trying to tell you is negativity will always be there, but to bring about the positivity, it's your responsibility. You need to ensure whatever negative mindset, thought that you have, get rid of. Ensure only positive comes in. Make space for positivity. You have a lot to learn, a lot of joy, not only for yourself, but to give to everyone. So ensure you only have a positive mindset. Do positive deeds, good deeds, without expecting anything in return. And Almighty will never forget that. What is done is done. What is good, and it will definitely come back to you. Vastu also is basically dependent on flow of energy, and flow of energy via nature, all of us are responsible towards it. Our positive energy, our aura will affect in and around us, even our property, society, wherever we are staying, everywhere positivity is important. Now I am also going to give you certain, as I can say, easy remedies which will bring about or enhance the positivity of your property, which obviously bring in positive energy within your premise, ultimately giving you positive energy and leading to joy and success. Basic remedies you need to follow. Holka, the ash that you have. Next day, take that, apply it onto yourself, bathe with that. Use rock salt and mop the floor during Holi with that. One more major thing that is affecting everyone's positive energy in and around one's house these days is your electronic gadgets. Their wavelength effects, it might enhance or basically spoil and scatter the energy. So what you need to do is, especially those electronic gadgets that you're not using, try to get rid of them. And by rid of them, I mean please send it for recycling, not just throw them away. Now what you also can do, on your main door, use neem leaves, turmeric stick, rose. Decorate that towards your main door. That cuts off the negative energy and brings in only positive. It sort of filters and brings in only positive vibes. Another very important remedy, it's a very easy one, is keep a flower vase filled with water. Use lotus and rose. Keep this in the east direction. Try to see if sunlight does fall on it. Keep this one day prior to Holi, which is the day of Holka, and up to the next day of Holi. And the fourth day, take that lotus flower, rose and water on the eastern side, whichever pots you have of whichever plant. Put in those flowers and drain the water in that. This, what has happened, has drained away all the negative energy and has enhanced the positive energy. It's like a shield in that direction. Same time, I would also like to tell, see, I'm giving you certain basic positive remedies, and I'm also asking you to enjoy the festival with certain social responsibility. We all know Vastu is dependent on certain pillars of nature. There are 5 major pillars, of which water is a very, very important pillar. Holi, this time I'd rather recommend, yes, water has to be used. That is like the foundation of it on the next day. Use water, but in a different way. Play Holi, play with rose petals, use tilk made out of haldi. For green, use neem leaves. That will bring in positivity, will bring in joy, what this festival actually signifies. Why I am trying to state this specifically and a little more, I can say, with more pressure this time, the city from which I belong is a fairly developed city. But definitely Vastu principles have not been followed. there is acute water shortage, and that has affected the people and the Vastu of the entire city. And I just hope it ends soon and positivity comes back. What we also need to understand here is, when I am saying use neem leaf, rose, turmeric, that also respect it. Don't overuse it. Overuse of anything or underuse of anything is basically spoiling the balance of nature. Please maintain this balance of nature. I have already told you certain basic steps which you need to follow for getting positivity via Vastu in your house. I have also given you certain social aspects. What I am trying to say is, now Vastu part, you have to follow water which you will not be using to, I can say, joyfully play around. Use that water, it is required. Put it in plants. You have certain birds and animals on the road, those who require water because summer is definitely coming. Feed them. This will give you a sense of contentment within you. It will increase your positive energy. Obviously, when you're giving it to someone needy, it's going to increase their positive energy. So ensure this chain of positivity remains. That is the whole idea of InVasthu. Via InVasthu, what we plan to do is teach you basic principles of Vastu, which is nature, balance. This is how you can bring joy, positive, success to yourself, to your surroundings, everywhere. From InVasthu, Vijendra Bhattija wishes you happy Holi again.